And here we go with a follow-up video for the Mount Coast T1. So it has been a summer and we still got a little bit of summer left. It is July 31st, everybody. Happy almost end of summer, okay? And we've been hanging out in the Mount Coast line all summer long, okay? So I think of all the shoes at home, I have spent the most time in the T1 here because there's been so much outside time. Like all the running in the backyard, aside from like a couple of little clips there, has been in the T1, okay? This has been like my main squeeze all summer long here. Okay, man. So basically want to see how things are doing, how the shoe is holding up, and basically, you know, check in on the durability of ye old T1 and T2, or is it T1 Bravo? Oh man, so has the Mount Coast T1 peaked? Well, I don't know exactly how many hours I have in the shoe or miles, but I feel like it's been a lot. You know, a lot of standing, a lot of running, a lot of moving around, and just in general, like it's been it's been exposed to the elements. And if you guys follow me on my channel, then you know what's going on here. So let's see the damage report. So here we are on the right shoe. All right, we've got just the start of a little bit of fraying right here on the heel counter. Okay. As far as the ability for the barrel here to retain its position, that seems to be scooting out just ever so slightly after a little bit of, well, not a little bit, but, you know, a decent amount of use running, you know, varying terrain and such, okay? I really don't adjust these too much, but they are getting a little crunchy, okay? As far as the upper material goes, there doesn't seem to be any damage, okay? So now we're looking at both of them to see definitively if there is any damage to the upper. Now remember, this is a Kevlar based material, so it's pretty stout, okay? Aside from it being like packed with dirt and gosh knows what else, I'm not seeing any of that breakdown, so that's cool. All right, so let's pull out the insert here. Oh boy, yeah, this insert's been kind of beat up, y'all, but it's still this is so fun. Like, you can still see the Mount Coast right there. It's not a sticker, it's like, you know, printed on there. If that was a sticker, that would have been long gone. Okay, and definitely like toe smash going on right there. Okay, so on the left side, let's see what we got out here in the cornfield. All right, boom, same thing. Like look at that heel. That is just a nice like surround sound heel. It like really gives you an idea of like how the shoe sets, right, as far as the architecture goes. Might not have been as obvious on the first go, but over time, like, it really has declared itself. So that's kind of cool. Okay. All right. Smells like summer. Woofda. All right. And, you know, just kind of getting beat up on the bottom there. Okay. So this isn't me like dinging the shoe. It's like full of grass. It's like, how is this thing holding up? Like, I've been, you know, for realsies, like trying to, you know, see what we can do in terms of durability. And it's just a really stout shoe, you know. So full of grass again. Ooh, I'm sorry, Mount Coast. I got your shoe full of grass here. Well, such is life. There was a thing that I was going to show you guys. Oh yeah. So the upper is cool because you've got this material here, which is all connected down below. And then, oh, we got Jiminy Cricket out here. Cool. And then this is kind of, you know, loosey-goosey right here. So I just love how this like wraps around the top of the foot. The lockdown of this shoe is super cool, you know, especially with the tune fit here. Super duper, super lovely. Okay, so here we get into the Outsole. The Outsole has taken a beating, y'all. Woo-wee, look at that. Look at all that wrinkling. Man, I haven't seen that much wrinkle since prunes and, you know, Trader Joe's. Boy. Anyway, so originally nice and bouncy, nice and peppy and all that good stuff. Has it lost that? Yeah, a little. It does feel like it is has lost a little bit of its rebound. It's a little bit ability to bounce back, but I'm not having any discomfort or like trust issues with the shoe. All right. It's still performing, and it's kind of settled into this all reliable kind of declaration, right? As far as like you're gonna put the shoe on and you just know that you have all this room in the toes, and you've got, like, the shoe knows you by now, you know, your ID, your footprints in there, and it just sets in, and that's that. It just you know, it's an old friend now. All right, and there for you. So I was actually running with my daughter. We were doing this thing called Dragon Soup, where we go around the yard picking ingredients for the dragon soup. And we've been doing this for years. And, you know, we just pick a thing, for example, pine cone or, you know, a piece of corn that we're not supposed to pick, but, and we put it in a bucket, and then basically there's a lot of running involved. So that's just fun. So I was doing dragon soup with her the other day, and it was on the grass here, some of the dirt down there, and then some of the road out there. And she was scooting along pretty good on her scooter at the time, and I was able to keep up with her, going her version of full speed with the shoe here, and it actually did pretty well, surprisingly. So it does still have a little giddy up to it, a little get up and go, which was kind of fun. Let's see, you know, doing intervals in the yard, sure, like heading down to the compost pile and then heading back to the garden, you know, doing a little chore fit. Intervals with the shoe does just fine. You know, I'm like dropping like 6-minute miles in the for the pace, not like for the whole mile in the yard, but I digress. So the light base, the light cells still has a little kick left into it. It just really is showing, you know, that it you know, that it's been there for me. Look at that. Look at that. Moving on to the outsole. Still rocking and rolling, even though we are starting to have a little bit of wear to the Vibram Mega Grip light base. Okay, so where is it wearing out? My typical spots are usually the outside of the shoe here, but not so with the T1 here. Like, I see we got like a nice like bend and wrinkle right here, like in the rubber. It's starting to, is that pooching out a little bit? Huh, interesting. All right, well, you know, the light cell is not the firmest foam, so yeah, maybe there's like a little bit of a, you know, bending of the actual outsole here. But again, it's been, you know, a lot of time, and it's not coming undone. So maybe that's just me, maybe it's just the light. Anyways, but there is some you know, rubbing down of the lugs here. They've lost their little Mount DeCoste, you know, symbol, but they still got their little teeth to them, so that's kind of fun. All right, definitely on the forefoot. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit of the same over here, and just looking at the same area, that probably was more of a me thing versus the actual shoe. So never mind. Yeah, that's just where your bend point is of the shoe. I mean, that's just the way it's going biomechanically. All right, and then the foam, this is starting to break down earlier in the last video of the T1 follow-up, and it's breaking down still, but not broken. So I still think that we got a little bit left of life going on in this shoe, okay? So there's the Mount DeCoste T1. I really like it. I like it because, again, you know, you just slip right into it. You know, you got this nice big toe box here. This light cell foam is just like, it's got a can-do attitude about it, and it's just a great shoe, y'all. All right, and yeah, Mount DeCoste sent me this shoe, but you know, I probably would have picked it up and tested it, you know, and probably would have felt the same way. So there you go. All right, there is a link in the description for the shoe. That'll be a little discount code. I don't know if the discount code is applying to the T1 yet, because it's still pretty new. But if it does, you know, that code, that RunDad, will hopefully get you 10%. If not on the T1, then on, you know, one of the other shoes in the line. Okay. All right, everybody. So we're just caked in mud over here. It is summer 2025. We're almost on August. We still got, you know, a little bit left in the tank. Okay. That's what I got thank you guys so much. I hope everybody's having a safe and wonderful summer. Sorry I've been offline a little bit. You know, we've had some medical stuff. We've had sleep studies. We had our basement flood, but we're all back. You know, the basement's getting fixed. The sick people in my house are not as sick anymore. And the sleep study went fine. All right, that's what I got. You guys take care.